Professor Nalapat, now, eventually, since I'm wrapping this up now, a lot of people say we should be on Israel's side. But a very relevant point here made by Abhijit, we should extract a price for it. Secondly, we have a very solid position with Iran as well. Yes. And we need that to continue. That allows us great depth in balancing the world. So what should we do now?
Arnab, allow me to defend you for a half a minute in a way that I'm sure all other discussions would agree with. The IRGC is not controlled by Pezeshkian. Yeah. No. The foreign policy of Iran is not controlled by Pezeshkian.
Agreed.
Poor Shahbaz Sharif does not control the foreign policy of Pakistan.
Correct.
Nor does he control the military in Pakistan. The military, in fact, controls foreign policy, defense policy, and a lot of other, including a lot of goodies, if I may point out.
Yeah.
In this view, an extra constitutional authority is in power in both these states. And my view, as a friend of the people of Pakistan, as a friend of the people of Iran, that extra constitutional authority should not be there. And they should make way. The military should go back to the barracks and listen to the civilian leadership. And in the case of Iran, the clerics should go back to basically researching, studying, and prayer, and not get involved in completely non-spiritual pursuits, such as telling the IRGC to lob missiles at another state. So I would only say, Arnab, that from that point of view, your conflation of Iran and Pakistan is correct. Both have extra constitutional authorities that wield extraordinary power. And I think for their own sake, and for sake of the people, and for sake of peace in the world, it's important that these extra constitutional authorities go away. Because finally, Arnab, I want to say, where democracy is concerned, where the people are concerned, whether it be Israel or Iran or India or anywhere else, nobody wants to see war. But only a handful of elites want to see the war. And these elites, unfortunately, find it much easier to reach into systems where you have extra constitutional authority than systems where rely on the popular vote. So I'm only saying, for heaven's sake, from that point of view, Arnab, your stand on Israel and Iran is absolutely justified.
Well, thank you very much for that. This has been a very, very interesting discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, I will wrap this up with just one thought. The only people who would agree to a war would be the Americans. The Americans want a war. The Americans need a war. The American deep state thrives on war. And as far as America is concerned, it's the one country where you can't distinguish between Republicans and Democrats as far as war is concerned. As has been recently said by Professor Jeffrey Sachs, Victoria Nuland has been there in the State Department through every single administration, Democratic or Republican. These are the warmongers. So, ladies and gentlemen, we need to be extremely careful. But for now, for us, this is an issue of terrorism, plain and simple. Because like Israel has the right to defend itself, so do we.